Hey, if you guys clicked on this video, it's probably because you asked me for help or you saw the headline. We're going to do 5 tests to check for mobility in key areas to help with your golf swing. So the first test is going to start at the bottom of our chain and our ankle, and this is going to be for dorsiflexion. If you have a tape measure, you can lay it on the ground. We roughly want to get our big toe about 10 centimeters away from the wall. I usually, just to make it easy, I think a test is good as long as it's repeatable. So if we use our own fist, we'll put that down, and then we want to get our big toe, kind of your big fist there. We're going to set up in a lunge position here, and then what we're going to try and do is push our knee to the wall here. Good. So what we're looking for somebody, say, who doesn't have that flexion in their ankle, is they'll tend to either feel tightness or burning in the back of that ankle, or the heel will come off the ground slightly. If that is the case, then flexibility in the ankle is something that we're going to have to work on. Alright, this mobility drill is going to test our internal rotation on our hip. Backswing, follow through, right? This hip is doing that internal rotation. If you lack internal rotation, you're going to lack follow through on your swing. So it's very important that we test this. How do we test it? We're going to line one club up straight, and then we're going to use our other club as a marker to make roughly a 60-degree angle. We will set our foot up there. That leg will be slightly bent, right? Because when we swing, our legs are slightly bent. This leg's going to be up, so just very little weight on this leg here, left leg. And we're going to focus on rotating our hips as far as we can. We want to try and match the line of our hips with the line of the club. As you can see, maybe not so well from this video, I'm nowhere near that 60-degree mark. If I really try and torque, I'm probably 5 degrees short. If I need it, I need to roll my ankle a little to get my hips to that position. So this is definitely something I'm going to have to work on. Make sure that we test both sides. We always want to test for symmetry from left to right. So I'll set up my other side. Now I'm going to do my left leg. Same thing. Rotate the hips. I seem to be coming up a little short here, and you get it, same thing, I'm going to have to roll my ankle, which isn't good, right? So keeping that flat foot, I come up a little short on that internal rotation. Our next test is going to be for trunk and hip mobility. So what we want to do is set up in this kneeling position, sitting down. Feet are in dorsiflexion, plantar flexion, sorry. We're going to put this bar behind our back, and we want to pull it nice and tight. If you don't have a bar or a dowel rod, you can absolutely use a golf club for this. And we want to test how far we can rotate our torso. We want to try and get to about 45 degrees here. So I have about 20 degrees of rotation, so it's something I need to work on. Then we always want to test the other side. Big thing to note, make sure we're not cheating, right? Is as you're rotating, if you start to pull the bar off of your back here, that doesn't count. The test is no longer valid. The whole time we want to keep that bar flat across our entire back, left to right, as we rotate. For some of you, it might be hard to sit down on your heels like this. Little adaptation you can do is roll up a towel, take a foam roller, that's going to get you a little higher up, and that may help you get that rotation. So this will be test number 2. Goal is to get to 45 degrees. Mark roughly where you think you are, and then we'll have some exercises that'll help get us closer. What we got is going to be testing our trunk and shoulder mobility. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay down flat on our stomachs. It may help if you have a towel or a pad you can rest your head on. I'm going to grab a pad real quick. Again, if you don't have a pad, we can use a towel. Arms are going to go overhead. Thumbs pointing up. We want to line up something that is about 10 inches tall, because that's going to be our obstacle for this test. Arms are going to be out. We're going to tuck our chin. You should feel that in your neck a bit. Lift just your arms as high as you can. Try and get to above that mark. Keep them up, pull down. Press back up. We want to test to see if both sides are even. And if we can get over something about 10 inches off the ground. This is testing again our shoulder mobility. So that's going to be very important for getting the club back far and overhead. And again, when you follow through to the other side. This test is going to be for external rotation of the shoulder. Knees slightly bent, low back is flat, chin tucked, bring your arms up. We want about a 90-degree angle in our armpit, elbows bent at 90 as well, and we're going to rotate back. As you rotate back, you want to keep everything flat, mid-back, low back, head, and come back. We're just testing to see how close we can get our hand to the wall. If we're short of that, stay tuned, I got some exercises for you.